What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So Saturday, I believe, was the 19th anniversary of the terrorist attacks on 9/11, and some funny people on Twitter decided that this was an opportunity um, to make a social statement. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but the hashtag All Buildings Matter was trending pretty much for quite a large part of the day, and that's what I want to talk about today. I understand that this is wrong. You know, this is mean spirited. This is dirty. This is divisive. This is it's insensitive. All of the same things, all of these same emotions that people feel when they hear, when those people who support the Black Lives Matter movement or hashtag or purpose or cause, we'll say, those people feel the exact same way. So that's what I want to talk about. So let's talk about this. Let's hear what you guys think. But let's provide a little bit of context. So out of Newsweek, a Twitter user wrote early on September 11th that 9/11 is sad, but let's remember all buildings matter. That's kind of crazy because when I first saw that, I didn't really know what that was in response to it. All buildings matter. What? I didn't realize it was 9/11, first of all, and I also didn't put it together. And then I had to do a little bit of research, and this is what I found. People often react to the Black Lives Matter movement by saying that all lives matter, and the tweet seemed to be a response to this. What are people saying about all buildings matter? Well, the trending phrase comes on the 19th anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks that killed 3,000 people in the U.S. I was alive during that time period. I remember being in high school, and I remember we got a phone call, or not a phone call. The principal came on the intercom and told everyone to go to a classroom. We went to our classrooms, went to the cafeteria, and turned on the TV, and we watched the second plane crash into one of the towers, and it was crazy. Like it was for real crazy. And some people thought, okay, well, since when we say Black Lives Matter, some people don't get it, or they feel the need to respond to Black Lives Matter with all lives matter or blue lives matter or whatever. This is an opportunity to see if maybe we can get some type of emotion out of that crowd of people. And in that attempt, they actually succeeded because people are outraged. So Antifa Warrior Princess on Twitter said, "It's a terrible idea, guys. 100%, I get it. But people lost people lost people that day. You're hurting people to prove to other people that they're hurting another set of people. It doesn't work, and it plays into the hands of MAGA. Please rethink it." And the response, all buildings matter isn't about downplaying the tragedy of 9/11. It's an illusion of how all lives matter downplays the severity of police brutality. It's not stooping to their level. It's showing them their own idiocy in terms that even they can understand. And as I said, I believe that in that attempt, they actually succeeded because I don't think that anyone's trying to prove anything here. I don't think whoever decided to run with this tweet or started, getting this tweet moving, did it because they actually thought they were going to convince anyone anything. They just were pointing out that it's dumb. Like, it's dumb for someone to say Black Lives Matter and then you to respond all lives matter. You could not say anything. That's an option, right? Like, that's what you could do with this thing. Like, you could just not say anything. You don't have to interject your opinion. You could keep it to yourself. You could walk away. But if you choose to take a situation that could have been nothing and make it something by injecting your opinion into a situation where people are obviously quite sensitive, if they're willing to protest or join a movement or wear a shirt or something, besides, get on the keyboard, if they're willing to get engaged and then you choose to respond to that engagement with some type of minimalization of their feelings, that's pretty messed up too. No, it's not the same thing at all. Like 100%. I would never say that, but I understand why someone would. And I think that when you do that, you're talking to someone who doesn't care. They're no longer trying to convince you. They realize talking to someone who would say all lives matter in response to Black Lives Matter is pointless. Just like you now trying to convince them that all buildings matter is stupid. Yeah, they know it's stupid. They 100% know that. And they also know that they don't really care about the thing that they're saying, but they know that you do. Just like what you do when you point out that all lives matter. it's all dumb. Like, that's the point. Like, all of it's dumb. Wrong. Two wrongs don't make a right, but they might make you feel better. But this continued, man. This continued for a large point of the day. I mean, I'm sure you guys know the 9/11 story. Some guys got upset about America's involvement all across the world, our American freedom. They were jelly, so they decided to hijack some planes and have the largest terrorist attack on American soil. I mean, that's being counted at least. And so began the war on terror. So, but I want to take it back a little bit because, first of all, let's provide a little bit additional context. We got Michael Shea. He's a comedian. I think he was on SNL or something like that. But he did a stand-up, and that was an opportunity for this to really get some steam. So he did a stand-up in 2016. I think it's his HBO special. I'm going to play that clip. There is maybe a little bit of language, so I'm going to give that warning. But let's just play the clip because, it's a joke, not... It's distasteful. It's extremely I will never argue something being wrong or distasteful. It's 100% distasteful. But again, all of it is. And again, this is the climate we're living in, okay? And this is why I have such a big problem right now with the mainstream media. I have a problem with the president. I have a problem with anyone who is perpetuating this type of stuff because it's not needed. There's no need for any more division in this country. Division is how we all lose, right? We can be fighting amongst each other, and while we're doing that, the oligarchs are crushing. Like they don't care. Wall Street's winning. That nothing changes for those people at the top. So anything that everyone else engages in is probably a waste of time unless it's 100% going to benefit you. And you deciding to say all lives matter doesn't even benefit you. You're just saying it to minimize what someone else is saying. Like there literally is no gain from that. There's no gain at all. I'm just pointing that out. Let's play the clip. Once I find my mouse.
I always got to get over shit. Every time we bring some shit up. Slavery. Oh, that was 400 years ago. Segregation. Oh, you guys got Black History Month out of it. Come on. We gave you February. Police shooting. That was 2 weeks. Come on. You still? 9/11. Oh, never forget. That's why this September I'm getting a t-shirt that says, "All buildings matter." Let me see how that works.
It's a joke. Distasteful, but a joke nonetheless. And by responding, you show that you understand your own hypocrisy. Like you understand that this is a wrong thing to do, but you choose to do it anyway. So if this is the country y'all want to live in, you just let me know. Send me when the email goes out when you guys decide this is the country that America is going to become. All right. Just let me know where this is going. I would like to know ahead of time because I see we're starting to push ourselves into this territory, but it was just a matter of time. And the fact that people have waited this long to even do this or for something like this to even be trending is kind of crazy because that means they've showed some bit of restraint, except for tearing down buildings and burning things down. That aside, now we're doing this. But let's go back as well. So a few, this is June 2020. So in June 2020, an editor at the Philadelphia Inquirer had to resign after using the headline, Buildings Matter Too, which he chose to use talking about the effects of social unrest on the local community in response to everything that was going on, racially, all the tension here in the country lately. And, like I said, he had to resign. And that's what happens. When you do stuff like this in this climate, it is insensitive and people are offended and they decide to, take retribution. You might have to face some consequences. So as I said, I don't support this hashtag. I think it's distasteful. I think it's wrong. I think people shouldn't say this, but I also think those that go out of their way to say the other thing, they're part of the problem too. You know what I mean? Like if you don't support a movement or if you don't support a cause, that's fine. Just keep your opinion to yourself. You have that option. We're in a beautiful world where you have amazing options. You can do whatever you want. Everything's on demand. You got Amazon, you got Netflix. You can stay engaged. You can stay busy, except for the pandemic. But find yourself something to do and leave these other people alone, because you might not find any value in their movement, or you might not think that they're actually doing anything except for bringing back old wounds and making life more difficult. Or maybe perhaps you think they're exaggerating. But it's their right to do that, because that's what this country is supposed to be founded on. So just like you find it offensive that anyone speak ill about those people who've lost their lives on 9/11, which is of course a tragedy, an American tragedy, I think that when you decide to take up the cause of an All Lives Matter or even a Blue Lives Matter, you're intentionally being insensitive. And now it seems that those people are willing to do the exact same thing back to you, and you don't like it. And I wish things weren't that way. But as I continue to look up and I see the headlines every single day, and I see these narratives, and I see the questions that are being asked, and I see the articles that are being published, it's becoming more and more clear that we are on a dangerous course to become a country that I think we're frankly better than. But that is up to the people to decide. And if you can't have compassion for your fellow man, then it's going to be real tough to call ourselves one nation, regardless of how you feel. But I would just love to hear what you guys think about this. Let me know where you guys weigh in on this. Is this crossing the line? Is this just way above and beyond what is to be expected is this unnecessary? Is this taking it way too far? Is this just a little bit over the line? Is this not that big of a deal? Did you not even hear about this? Did this actually touch you in your real world? Or is this only a Twitter thing on a Saturday so people didn't really notice it? I'm curious. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit that like, subscribe for more. I'll see you.